Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me again for some yoga. I hope this video finds you in a good state of mind today, and if not, we will hopefully improve on that. To get started, we are going to be standing, so just get onto your mat and start moving in any way that feels good. I'm just kind of stretching my arms over my head and swaying side to side and then bending side to side. And we're just checking in. I'm not doing anything too serious or forcing. And notice how your mind is today. Is it running around or is it pretty relaxed? And just observe. Open up that chest a little bit. A shoulder roll. Roll your head and neck around. Be sweet and easy. And breathe. Relax your face while you're here. And try to keep it soft. Bring your head back to center. And you may like to wiggle your feet out a little bit further here. We're going to be going into some goddess pose. So feet are wider than my hips, and I reach up in the air. That's my inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to pull elbows down and bend my knees to squat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, strong squat. Again, inhale up. Exhale, come down. Good. Inhale up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, come down and squat. Maybe hold it here if you can. Then come back to standing. Roll out your shoulders. Hop the feet in. And shake out your arms, your hands. We'll take the feet back to being hip distance, and we're just going to come into Tadasana, to mountain pose. So palms can face open, or if you're like me, I tend to like a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart. And we're just tuning in, noticing the breath, being grateful for something or someone. Relax your face. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. In and out. Go ahead and release the hands back down to your sides. And just stretch over your head one more time. Everything gets long. And then I will meet you at the top of your mat. Feet are going to be hip distance. And with your next inhale, I want you to reach out and up. On your exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. Relax your head. And you can sway around here a little bit. And then with your next inhale, come up halfway up. Yeah, flat back. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway up. Flat back. Exhale, fold. So for that inhale, you're going to be walking your hands up above your knees, so into your thighs, and they kind of press into your legs, flat back. Last one there. Inhaling and exhaling. Get to that forward fold, bend your knees, arms out like wings, come up halfway again, and then all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, send your hips forward and arms back. Palms touch and come back to heart center. Another deep breath. Maybe wiggle through the feet again. If you need to, you can windshield wiper your hips. We're going to take the right leg forward and then a big step back. We're just going into warrior 1 here. So the back foot is at a small angle, but nothing too serious. It should be comfortable for your knee. We're lunging into the front leg, and my knee stays over my ankle. Arms up overhead. You can keep your elbows bent and shoulders are relaxed. I want you to breathe here. Find something to focus on with your gaze. We'll walk it into warrior two. Arms go out wide. Our hips are open this time. Breathe, drop your shoulders. Gaze over your front middle finger. On your inhale, I want you to lift your arms up, and you're going to lift those front toes. On the exhale, you press your arms out wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bending back into the front knee. One more time, inhale. Exhale, arms out wide. Stay here. I want you to breathe. Hands to hips. Step it up. Good. Back to standing. Pop those toes. And then open up the feet outside of hips again and take some helicopters. We're just going to rinse things out here between sides. And then I will meet you back at the top of your mat so we can do the other side. Left leg takes a big step back into your warrior one. I'm trying to steer my heart over my front knee, but I don't want you to be cranking your hips to be square. So just think about your chest rotating towards the bent knee, and we're pressing strength through the outside of our long leg in the back. So all the way through the pinky toe. And I'm engaging my belly here. Arms up, gaze forward, breathe. Wiggling into our warrior two. We've got that heel to instep. Arms out wide. Breathe. With your next inhale, arms up, front toes lift. Exhale, push the walls away. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push the walls away. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, warrior two. Stay here. One more breath. Hands to hips. Step it up. Top of the mat. Shake things out. Anything that feels good for you. I usually go for shoulder rolls and more helicopters. Always feels good to kind of roll my toes over and pop them. But you may not be a popper. Roll that head around again. And then I want your feet to go nice and wide. Your toes are going to be pointed towards the corners of your mat so that you can come into a deep squat. And it's really not that deep. I should say more of a shallow squat. Whatever works for you. And I kind of sway side to side here. I try to lift my heels. And then press up to stand. Feet are still wide. This time our toes are parallel, so they're facing the camera. And I'm going to walk down to that straddle fold. So walk your hands down your legs and fold. Relax your neck and let your head be heavy. It might feel good to cross your arms and just sway side to side, bending into your knees. You can walk the hands out and then back. And then tuck your chin to roll up really slow. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, open up that chest, maybe a lean back, or you can pull the arms into goalpost arms. And then arms back down, heel toe your feet in. And we want our feet outside of hip distance again. A little bit more of helicopter. Maybe getting new pops as we move along here. And then go ahead and come back to the top of your mat. Hands to hips. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, fold. Relax your head. Let it hang. Inhale, we're coming up halfway. Flat back. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees really deep so your hands can touch the ground. We're walking our feet back for down dog. Keep your knees bent and walk your feet as wide as your mat. Think about sending your tailbone to the sky. You should have a nice straight back here. and press the ground away with your hands. Upper body is our foundation here. Going into child's pose, drop your knees to the mat. Keep the knees wide, booty towards your feet, and walk your arms out. Melting your chest and chin towards the mat. Stay here and breathe in and out. Relax your jaw, your face. Notice your breath and your heartbeat. Another deep breath, nice and slow. Go ahead and come up to all fours when you're done. We're going to inhale the left arm up and then exhale, thread it underneath the right and hold. Inhale, back up. Exhale, thread and hold. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, this time we'll thread that needle and we'll actually come all the way down. So resting your arm and shoulder on the mat and your face. Thread the needle, breathe. My hips are staying high, but you might like to let your hips go back towards your feet, almost like a child's pose. Inhale, unthread that arm, take it up one last time, and then revisit your child's pose. Breathe. And working our way to the other side, back to all fours. Right arm is up, and exhaling to thread. Inhale up, exhale, thread. Last time, inhale up, exhale, thread. This time we stay here and breathe. Noticing if the mind has changed. Keep breathing. Maybe coming back to your gratitude or your intention behind your practice. One more breath. Nice and slow, in and out. Arm comes back up. And revisit your child's pose. And let's get ready to come back up into down dog. Maybe pedaling through your feet just a little bit here, but keep your knees bent, tailbone to the sky, long back, and breathe. Looking at your hands, let's walk the feet towards the hands. Forward fold, halfway, exhale, fold, inhale, roll all the way up. Arms reach overhead, big stretch. And arms back down to the side, roll your shoulders out. Take some helicopters, do something that feels good. And then let's come back to our down dog. Again, maybe pedaling through the feet a little bit. And if you're with me, you're going to take your left leg up in the air. It can be high or low. And just bend your knee and open up the hip. And look underneath the left arm. Good. Switch sides, so bring that left foot down. And the right leg goes up. Again, doesn't have to be much. Bend your knee, open up the hip, breathe. Look underneath the right arm, and then let it go. Pedal through your down dog, and then back to your child's pose. Breathe. Stretch your arms out. We're going to prepare for a push-up. So from your knees, lower your chest all the way down to your mat. And take a full body stretch when you get there. Maybe curl your toes and windshield wiper your feet side to side. And just breathe, relax. We're going to take some cobras. So take your arms out wide, fingertips. On your inhale, you're just going to lift your head and a little bit of your chest. And exhale to come down. And I want you to do a couple of these, just inhaling up nice and slow. Try to keep your glutes relaxed. Inhale, head and chest lift, gaze forward. And try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. You can always play around with moving your hands into a different spot, maybe flat and underneath your shoulders. And maybe just one more if it feels good. And then when you're done, relaxing on your belly, curling your toes, windshield wipering the feet again. And then from here, let's press back up to all fours and take some cat-cows. So on your inhales, you're stretching your belly, tailbone and head to the ceiling, chest open. On the exhale, you're going to press the ground away, chin to chest, round the back. And just breathe and move here. Inhale and exhale. From here, flat back, I want you to take your left leg out long onto the toes. And you're going to pivot your foot flat. So you're taking your left hip to the ceiling, and you're going to take your left hand to the left hip. The bottom leg is kind of like a kickstand. Those left toes are facing the camera, so they're facing forward. If you want to, you can reach that left arm up and try to lean that arm back a little bit so your chest is going towards the sky. Or you can stretch the arm over your head, getting long through the side body. Breathe in and out. Last one. Exhale, bring the left hand in, left knee in, and then we'll get ready for the other side. Right leg, pivot the foot flat, and reach the right arm to your right hip. So this is like a side plank here. We're balancing on these 3 points. I'm going to reach my right arm up, working on my balance. Breathe and take your time here. If you need to pause and go back through this, do it. Take your time. Again, you can kind of lean back and open the chest, or you can just stretch the top arm over your head. And let it go with your next exhale. Back to all fours. Curl your toes, down dog. And breathe. Maybe gently pedaling through the feet here. Relaxing your neck and shaking your head. Inhale and exhale. Back to the knees. Another little round of cat-cow. And then we're going to visit our sides again. So let's take that left leg long again. Left hand to left hip. Looking at the ceiling, reach the left arm up. If it's in you, go ahead and lift the left leg. You can stay here, or you can bring the left leg forward and the arm goes back. I'm shaking here. I'm really working on the balance. You can always take those first 2 options we had where you reach the arm over your head. One more breath and then come back down, all fours, cat-cow, before we sit up for the other side. We'll rinse it out with a short child's pose. If that's not your bag, just keep doing some cat-cows or visit a down dog. Just breathe. And other side, here we go. Right toes go back this time. Pivot the right hip to the ceiling. Right hand to that hip. You can stay here or reach the right arm up. Breathe. Maybe lift the right leg too. Same options here. Maybe kick the right leg forward, lean the arm back. Or you can just be reaching that right arm over your head with the leg long. Either way, Breathe, breathe, breathe. Letting it go on your exhale. Visit your down dog, child's pose, or seated place. Breathe. And then we're going to come to a seat. So I'll meet you in a seated place, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to sit on a little pillow, and it just gives my body some more space, my hips to open, my knees to drop. Get comfy and grab 2 bricks or books if you've got them, and just keep them in your hands. I'm rooting through my sits bone, tall spine, long neck, shoulders drop, and I've got a string pulling my head nice and tall. Take some deep breaths, come back into your body. Grab your bricks, inhale, reach up. On your exhale, we're going to twist. So the left arm goes back, right arm is in front. If you want more stretch, you're going to ditch the brick with the front hand and grab the opposite knee. Keep breathing in your twist. In and out. Through the nose. Try to sit up tall. Let it go on an exhale. Untwist. Getting ready for the other side. Grab your bricks. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm is forward. Sit up tall, shoulders down and back. You might be ditching that brick and grabbing the knee instead. Just make sure you're not rounding the back to do that. Inhale and exhale. Root through the sits bones, lift through the chest and the head. Keep breathing. Exhale, untwist. Back to center. We're going to go ahead and stretch our legs out long and wide. Once you get there, flex the feet and just walk the hands out a little bit. We're just looking for a little new sensation through the insides of the legs. And then draw the knees back into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, rock around. And then you're going to flip around so that your feet can be flat. So your butt's in the center of your mat. We're going to be rolling down to our backs from an 8 count. You're going to be straight from 8 to about 5. And then start to curve. So when you're ready, reach out and lean back. 8, 7, 6, 5. Maybe start to round. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down to the ground. Take a full body stretch or windshield wipers like I am. Or you can just hug the knees into the chest. Just breathe, relax. Check in with how things feel. Maybe hug those knees in tightly and rock side to side. Give yourself a little massage. It might feel good to stretch your legs long to the ceiling even. You can reach for your toes, wiggle fingers and toes. And then from here, we're going to take a simple twist. So bend your knees with a 90-degree angle and take your legs over to the right. Arms are out wide. Maybe the right hand is hugging the legs towards the ground. Left arm is out long. And try to look towards your left thumb. Breathe. In and out. Relax your jaw. Another big breath in. Engage your belly on your exhale and engage that core so that you can lift your legs up through center. Nice and slow. And then over to the left. Legs will touch the ground. Arms are out wide, looking towards your right thumb. Breathe in and out. anchoring through your shoulders and reminding your back to relax, reminding your belly to be soft. You can even relax your toes. Let's find another deep breath. Inhale deep into your belly. As you exhale, engage your belly and start bringing those legs back up to center. Nice and slow, take your time. And again, maybe stretching out or hugging it in. I would suggest taking a happy baby. Always feels so good towards the end of a practice. Maybe a little reclined goddess. That's where the soles of your feet touch like butterfly and your arms are over your head. And then from here, I just want you to take any other stretches that you might need and then get yourself relaxed and ready into corpse pose. And we'll take our Shavasana. You can always take this in a seated place, maybe up against a wall, or you can just lie down and relax. Try to take one more deep breath, allowing yourself to settle in, back to focusing on the natural rhythm and pace of your inhale and your exhale. Softening up your forehead, softening up your jaw. Encourage your body to get heavy and just enjoy being for a couple seconds. When you're ready, really slowly and gently wiggle yourself awake. Stretch it out, hug it in, and eventually I'll meet you in a seat. Breathe, drop your shoulders. Thank yourself for showing up today. We'll end the class with a word that means the light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.